As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell to be notified for future videos. Hello, and welcome back to the fish tank. I am Cole. Today we are working on a 1970 Super B drag concept. What we're going to do today is give this car a full blown out motor, a repaint, and we're going to touch up the chrome. We're doing a full restoration on this 1970s Super B Corvette. Guys, let's jump into it. So, what we're working on here is the 1970s Super B. It's pretty beat up, paint's pretty chipped. It's honestly ugly, but it's been sitting for a while. So today, we are gonna fix all of that. What we're first gonna do is drill out. Wait, I forgot. This car didn't need to be drilled out. It was already pre-tapped and pre-drilled when it came from the factory. So that was very, very nice. So all we had to do was take our little screws out with a screwdriver, and the car just fell apart. Once we take the car apart, my plan is to strip the car of all its pieces, bumpers and plastics and everything that needs to be cleaned, interior, glass, etc. So the screw finally did come out, and we are going to pull the car apart. It did fall apart fairly easily, but we're just looking inside here and noticing there's a lot of dirt. I don't know where this car was, but it looks like it was underground at one point. Nasty. But the dirtier the better, because in the end it's going to be super shiny. So we are just examining our base here, looking at all the dirt again. Pretty grimy. And we're going to start picking at that headlight there, because we're not going to need it. And I accidentally broke it anyways, so it didn't matter in the end. We're filling it with something, but you'll see that later in the video. Now we moved on to our plastics. We have our base, we have our wheels, front and back. We have our dash. Very nice. We have our interior and engine piece. And we have our glass. Very dirty. First off here, I'm going to grab my hot soapy water, and I'm going to put all my plastics in there to clean everything off. Once it's tight, I do close it up and shake it, and then put it off to the side, because we're going to grab our casting and we are going to strip it from the other plastics. I just wanted to get the majority of the plastics off and in the water beforehand, so I took a minute and started stripping the car of the bumpers, the headlights, rear and front, like so, by peeling the glue off. It was pretty easy. You just needed an X-Acto knife to do that. Make sure you don't lose them, because sometimes they do go flying. Especially these front pieces, if you do a Corvette like this. It could be very scary if they do randomly fly off, because most likely you're not going to be able to replace them. Once these are off, I do chrome all of the pieces that are needed. Some needed some touch up, and others really needed a repaint. So that's what we did with our front lights there. We did rechrome them and repainted them. You'll see that at the end of the video. We also just throw everything else in, just so it gets a good wash. After that, I take it to the sink and brush everything off. Right before I put the car in the paint stripper, I do clean it of the dirt and excess paint. And then like I said, we take it to the paint stripper. So, after cleaning the car of majority of the dirt and grime, we do grab our normal paint stripper and we do our normal. Look inside and inspect it, make sure we have enough, throw her in, and close our lid. Make sure to shake it up well, guys, because you want to get all that goo all over that car. Then, we just put it off to the side. Well, I guess I rolled it a little bit there, but that's okay. Then, you just put it off to the side. Next, we're going to work on our interior. After washing it, we are just examining it here. It did have some dirt. It was a little grimy, a little rust on the bottom there, but nothing you will really see in the end result. we have our top motor piece. I know it's not a full-blown motor, like I said, but this is the motor that did fit the car. Honestly, I think it might have been that engine was from one of these kind of cars. So what I did was very simple. I grabbed my Gorilla Glue and I put the post in the hole. Remember, put it in the hole. That was my adult joke from Cuda's Diecast Customs. I hope you enjoyed. Next, I just pushed it down and made sure it was straight because I test fitted it a couple times and it didn't go in straight for some odd reason, but it did go straight. Next, I'm going to grab my pen, my chrome pen, and I am going to just fill in the shifter knob with some chrome paint because a lot of the accents of this car is chrome, so I kind of want to match that. Also, we do touch on the motor because there was some worn plastic pieces where it was showing some black, so we also filled that in too. While we wait, I want you to say thank you guys as always for being awesome and supportive. I am very grateful for every single one of you, and I hope you guys comment and keep liking my videos because I will keep making these videos. You guys are the best support I got, other than my family and my loving girlfriend, but that's besides the point. We here at Cuda's Diecast Customs are a family, and I want to welcome you to my family. So, welcome guys. Next, we moved on to our steering wheel. I just thought the steering wheel was very boring, being just black, because it was just basic. So, with the chrome theme I have going on here today, I filled in our steering wheel with our chrome pen. If you guys are looking for the chrome pen, you can find them at your local Hobby Lobby, Amazon, or craft store. Just to state a fact, they are very expensive, but they are worth it. So if you got a $12.99, go ahead and go buy you one. It really does work and it really helps your product pop. It will show at the end of this video. Look at that. It honestly looks like it came in a chrome color. But we all know it was just plain black. But there's nothing wrong with that because we are customizing it. So after the car came out of the paint stripper, it pretty much stripped all the paint other than some in the inside. So I'm going a bit old school this time and I grabbed my steel wool, I apologize. And I started with my light steel wool and then I moved on to a more heavier grit to see if it can bring any more off. Because the paint I'm putting on this car is, it's a Tester's quick dry glitter paint. And it's very cool. It's in a can. I do recommend it because it does make your product pop. And it looks like it came from an airbrush. With that said, I want to also thank Paul over at Diecast Graveyard again for supplying me with a new airbrush. You will see that in a past mail call or in the future. Really not sure when that box will come. But, guys, let's get back to the build. I got a little sidetracked. So, my plan here is I have some metal tubing. It's very, very thin, but it fits in the hole where the original mirrors were. So I decided I'm going to fill these holes, not with putty. I'm not going to be original. I decided to fill it with metal tubing just to make it more, let's say, interesting. Or more unique and different. So what I did was I grabbed my snippers, snipped it as close as I could to the hole, and I then glue both sides and then sand them down. I just thought it would be cooler because it'd be a little bit more custom in a way, or a little bit different, kind of my stamp. I used more metal tubing than like styrene per se. So we do this on both sides. We fit them in, which struggled to fit them in. It was very difficult. Remember guys, fit it in the hole. I'm just kidding. Being a little inappropriate, but I'm just kidding. Just remember, take your time, and it should work as long as you do it correctly. I just tapped it in to the farthest point it could go where it was smooth, on both sides, and then I dabbed a little bit of our glue, and I grabbed the excess piece of the metal and I spread it out just so it wasn't clumped on and it didn't dry weird. So we did that on both sides, and then we moved on to our file, and what we do will be coming up next. Once our glue dried, it didn't honestly take that long because it was super glue, we grabbed our casting and we grabbed our file and we really just went to town at it. It actually did how I sanded it down. It smoothed it to the point of almost perfect, and it almost aligned with the body. Yes, you can see it within the paint, but it still looks cool. So today's paint, like I said, we were doing a Tester's rattle can, sparkly purple. It was kind of like a plum purple. I thought it looked pretty cool. It was the last can at Hobby Lobby, so I just grabbed it. The paint is on the more expensive side, and it is a smaller can, but it is worth it. I do also like Hobby Lobby a lot, if you haven't noticed, because it's really my only hobby store around. Once we do flatten this, guys, we are going to move on to paint. Thanks for waiting, guys. So here is our paint job today. Like I said, it's a sparkly purple, and it really did turn out pretty sharp. Here it is, just on the turntable real quick. I wanted to give you guys more of a quick show of it. I think it turned out great. And guys, let's go to our final assembly. I'll see you over there. So guys, welcome back to our final part. This is our final body, clear coated and detailed. The paint did come out very, very nice, and the clear coat went on perfect. I was actually surprised because I got the clear coat on sale at the hobby store, and I didn't know how it was gonna go out, but as the looks of things, it turned out great. Now we got our interior. We did the chrome detail on the shifter knob. We put our new motor top in, and that's really all we did. Cleaned it up a little bit, and that's all we really did. Cleaned up our front tires and rims, put some new Goodyear slicks on them. On our back wheels, couldn't find any new slicks for these that would fit these, but we did re-chrome them as you saw earlier in the video. Kind of hard to see. What else did we do? We did detail like I promised on the bumblebee wings. Chromed and blackened them out properly so they look period correct. If you remember, this bumper was very, very chipped up its chrome, but we did fix that today. Added some black to the back here because that's actually correct. There's a black strip back there. What else did we do here? Then our steering wheel on our dash, it was done. Didn't feel like there was any need to do anything else. Our glass, there's a story about this. If you see this crack here, I was cleaning the plastic pieces, but I was dumb and I accidentally dropped it and stepped on it. Goofy me, I know. Then on our bottom, we did touch it up with some chrome where it needed it, but you really just can't see it. That's okay. So, guys, let's go see what we started with. So guys, if you remember, this is what we started with. A 1970s Super B cornet. And we did some serious work to recover and save this classic car. I'm not going to make you guys wait anymore. Here's our final results. As always, guys, this was our final result. It turned out pretty great. We redid the paint, put a new motor in it, and touched up the chrome. Guys, I hope you liked this. Also, go check me out on Instagram if you want more behind the scenes. Guys, I will see you in the next one. See you later, guys.